Welcome into the Triple Threat Show, powered by Bwin, alongside my co-host, Mr. Hotshot, Hothead, #1 TikTok presence in Europe, Aravantinos DA. My co-host, a little far away, a couple of hours on the plane, Chim D.O. Triple G. And of course, the uncle from America, George, joins you guys. We missed you, and we're happy because things are going well for our favorite team this season.
That was the worst intro of 2026, by the way. But
no, that was a great intro. I disagree with Chima.
Salute.
The only reason why Chima,
go ahead.
The only reason why Chima disagrees, is because he said our favorite team, and for some reason he doesn't believe it. So
listen, man. Listen, my guy in the States, he's a Patriots fan, and when they won those Tom Brady Super Bowl, he's like, "Oh, they doubted us" and all that. You know, spare me with that, yeah. Spare me with that. I will give you my respect. I did not believe you will beat Monaco. Congratulations.
What do you mean?
You shocked me. You shocked me with that win. I did not believe in you.
But he was supporting you, Chima. Like, you gotta understand that.
Man,
how can you support if you're saying you're gonna lose, but I'm supporting you?
So you want me to lie? I can't lie. I can't lie. I'm sorry. I don't lie.
But Chima,
I'm not saying they're lying. I'm just saying that's not support.
No, it is, because if you're watching, for example, the Greek football team and we're supporting Greece and they're playing against Argentina, we're not going to say that Greece is going to win. It's as simple as that.
Why would you not say that? Why would you not say that?
Because we are realists.
And first of all, don't disrespect us to the Greek football team. Like this.
Wait, what? Have you seen the talent of the Greek?
Greece has won the Euro 2004, my friend. So
yeah, I know.
So take a step back. Take a step back.
I know.
Yeah.
Who's the best?
No. We made him cry. Right? We made him cry.
Yes.
Thank you.
He was literally 20 years old at the time. Calm down.
17, 18, something like that.
Wow.
So yeah, respect. Let's start with that. Respect for that Monaco win. The only thing that I will say, and I want to say this in the least disrespectful way possible.
Oh.
It just seemed to me that one team had like grown men playing. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. The one that won?
I think that's a harsh comment, but listen, man, I love everything that's going on. I love the way the EuroLeague is trending. I love it. Like, I really do. Yeah, I really do.
That's it. You just so let's put this into perspective, okay?
Talk to me.
People talk. Yap. They talk a lot of shit about anybody, about you.
Yeah, we talk.
You come on the show. You give your props to Monaco. You say, hey, they're the best team. I bought them. You go in there, 7.5-point dogs, beat their ass. Anything you want to say about that?
I was 2 for 2 on upset of the week, by the way. Anyway, I'm just in a, I'm just grateful to be in this position. We beat them early in the season, and I didn't play, and Jordan didn't play. Where the Milan win was huge for us. We got to go back to that. It was huge for us because, like, you don't win a game like that unless you're sticking together, and that's whenever I say we can beat anyone and lose to anyone, it's about us. It's about if we're gonna stick together, and got to give a lot of credit to Coach because he's come in with like really good game plans and really good being just precise with what he wants us to do, how he wants us to approach the game. And it's been great. It's been clear. It's been different. And then on the court, we're playing together. And what's honestly the beautiful part about this 3-game win streak, not just the Monaco game, is that each guy feels like they can play better. Starting with myself, I feel like I wasn't even at my best. I feel like I'm dealing with plenty of like little injuries, so my body isn't feeling good. I'm not moving the way I want to, and things like that. And so it's very refreshing to know that guys in the locker room feel like they can play better, and we're still winning these games.
Chima, what changed in this 3-game winning streak with the game against Milan, the way that you guys won this one, the fact that you go in Monaco, you were down, you come back in the game, you win in overtime, and then you double it down in Virtus against a Bologna team who at home is a totally different team. What do you mean? Like their record, George, shows it. So at home, they're playing totally different basketball to the on the road games. But my question is, what changed? Because I remember when you were on the show like a few weeks ago, and you were like, this is not our identity. We lost the fact that when we were playing earlier in the year and we won like 7 straight, we were a different team. So now what changed and what transpired to the fact that it was a 7-game winning streak, then you were not playing at the best of your abilities, and now it seems like you've gotten your identity back, even though you were winning games with scoring many, many points. Like the game against Virtus was crazy to watch, especially at the start.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think though the 7-game win streak was not realistic in terms of playing that well. Like we were so good in those 7 games. We were so good. It was like I think aside from the Kaunas, the Zalgiris game, we were just like convincingly beating everyone. And I knew we were good, but like, there's a saying that whatever your best is, like you're not gonna be at that level at all times. And whatever your worst is better than that. So we move forward to the Kaunas game when we play Zalgiris in Lithuania, and we got our asses beat. Like we lost by 30 and it was embarrassing. And, we felt ashamed and I felt disappointed. But then when I got back to the locker room and started thinking to myself, it was one game. And it's like you need that. And I've always said that the season is a roller coaster season. So, you have to like take the good with the bad and learn from the bad. And there's so many examples of teams bouncing back from adversity and making the playoffs and doing incredible things. FS did it last season, and the whole season, George wanted to break up with his girlfriend FS, and they made the playoffs, and they was one win away from going to the Final Four. So even Partizan, the year that they went to the playoffs and the
Yep.
suspension happened, the fight happened, they were 4-9 to start that season. So again, we stopped being sorry for ourselves. We made things more simple, more clear with game plans, and then it came together on the court nicely.
But the thing for me is offense. Because Chima, 3 games, 104 points in Milan, 100 in Monaco, 102 points in Virtus. That's not
They try to keep it
sustainable,
100.
maybe, in my eyes. Because that's like scoring 100 points in the EuroLeague is like, I don't know, crazy. 3-game stretch is even crazier. But what's interesting to me is the fact that I go back again to the 7-game winning streak, the fact that you were playing best defense. Now it's best offense. So that to me is what has changed and what has transpired these last few weeks, months.
Yeah, true. You got to win in different ways. But I feel like
Yep.
in each of those games, we had defensive moments that helped us win. We're down by 8 in the fourth against Monaco. We had a run in the second quarter against Bologna that was huge. And in Milan, same thing. In the fourth quarter, we locked up defensively. But even in the like 100+ points, and you see the 100, but after the game we hear about the 18 turnovers, and I feel like that's the part that like excites me a lot because everyone feels like they can be better, and I turned the ball over way too much this last week. So, and defensively, I could have been better and more impactful. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good time going forward. 6 of the next 7 games at home.
So Virtus, I had already circled as a win. I expected the team to go 1-1. You guys went into Monaco. Did you make a hand gesture? Because I was looking at my camera real quick.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. All good. Hey, I
For
deserve
the people
it.
that aren't watching, yes, I did make a hand gesture.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. Anyway.
The GTFOH hand gesture?
The GTFFFFFOH.
Oh, okay.
My fault.
Okay.
My fault.
So I'm just trying to understand what that win says, because you guys can talk about every game matters, win's a win, we're looking on to the next one, blah blah blah. When you're going through the motions like you guys did, you went into Milan, it was a must win. We spoke about it on the show. I told you need to get that win. You got it in the fashion that you did. You start a double week where you're going into one of the games that you may lose. You may lose. I'm not saying you're thinking that you are. You get the win the way that it happened.
Right.
You can't tell me that it's just a win and we move forward. Like, that win says a lot, right?
Yeah, but I don't. It's more about coming back from adversity than who you beat. It's the way you beat a team. Because in the EuroLeague, it's like you can say, "Oh yeah, this win matters," but if you start overlooking teams, then you lose. Hapoel was up 27 against Partizan and lost.
We're gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna hold back on that.
My fault. My bad.
I'm not holding back today. I'm ready.
But look,
Sunday fun day.
We're 14-10, and we're 10th place. First place team, they have a game to play, has 16 wins, guys.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. The top 10 teams are 2 games away from each other, and a lot of teams are going to be playing each other. And you'll see, this team is playing a team that's not in the playoff hunt, and then they lose. And I was like, yeah. So to me, that's why I say it's not about who you beat, it's how you win. And the EuroLeague, every game matters, and like genuinely, you can't say it any more clear. Every game genuinely matters. It's unreal.
I don't buy it.
Oh gosh.
It's just a cliche. I don't like cliches, bro. We're from Greece. We're full of cliches here. Everything here has a cliche going with it. When you go and you win games that quote unquote you're not supposed to, and you come back and you win in overtime. So you guys were up. They came back. They took the advantage. You guys managed to come back.
Why are we not supposed to win that game?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in that sort of a matter. What I'm saying is that it's different if you go into let's say you go into Sef, or you go into Madrid and you play a perfect game on offense. Everything's clicking. Everything's going your way. They're making mistakes. A couple calls. Everything's going your way. You win. You leave. You're on the plane. Everything's good. It's different when you go into a game vs Monaco and then you have to fight like that to come out on top. You can't tell me that, it's just, every game matters. No, this game in specific, as you said, first of all, the Armani game, obviously, and then this game means more to me than just a dub. It's just my personal opinion.
I disagree wholeheartedly, because check this out. Let's say we do all of that and we come back and we win against Monaco. Wow, incredible. And then next week we lose to Asvel. It's the same. It's one win and one loss. So if we came back like we did and we were down 8 points with 3 minutes left against Asvel, just like we were against Monaco, we would still feel we deserved that. We stuck together, because it's hard to come back like that. I hear what you're trying to say in terms of who, but it's more about how. And this year especially, we've lost to Paris, we've lost to Munich, we've lost to Milan the first time, we lost to Dubai, we lost to another team, I think another team or 2 more teams that are below us. So every team has lost to teams that are not in the playoff picture too. So you can't keep looking at, we beat these guys. No.
Chima, final thing on Red Star before we move into the next topic. What's the goal right now? Because Novak Djokovic is out there in social media talking about buying Final Four tickets in the Telecom Center Athens, talking about the game against Olympiacos.
Doesn't look at.
So what's the goal right now after you guys won 3 straight?
I mean, the goal is what it's always
It looks like
been.
you're playing Wii, bro. You remember Wii? Like,
I remember Wii. All right? I'm not that young. God dang it. I remember Wii. What is the goal? The goal has always been the same. Nothing's changed. Even when things are going bad, things don't change. Shout out to Novak. He's incredible. He's always responding after, like, he always texting me after big wins, and like even after certain loss, like when we were struggling, he said, "We still believe in you guys." And yeah, he's been like, he's a legit supporter. He's not a fake fan. When he said he's sweating, checking the results when he wakes up in the morning, like, that's real. And like, in
Wow.
his text. In his text, he's very, passionate. So yeah, shout out to Novak, and I'll see you in Athens, buddy.
Bro, the GOAT.
Wow.
GOAT.
You
is
got to
texting
give
you.
us something
That's
spicy.
probably your best flex
Wow, that's
on the
crazy.
show, man. The GOAT is texting
And-
you. That's insane.
And check this out. Check this out. He followed me first. Like I couldn't
Dang.
believe it.
Oh,
I
that's
was
embarrassing.
fanboying.
That's
Fanboying. I was
Wow.
so it was. I think it was after we beat Madrid during this win streak. The next day, I was at dinner and I just checked my phone randomly and I saw Joker Nole, and I was like, no, is that no? And Instagram, like certain like accounts, they would like
Yeah, you're a
put it
the
at
priority.
the top.
Yeah, priority.
They
Yeah.
would prioritize it. So it was literally there, and it was like 26 minutes ago or something. And I'm like, no way. And like my heart started beating fast. And I'm like, is this real? And then I checked my DMs and he messaged me and he said some shit like, I appreciate you for how much you fight for my Zvezda. We love you a lot. Keep on going, guys. We believe in you.
Wow.
And ever since then, we've been in contact. And we still haven't. Like, I met him in Monaco, but like I just asked for a photo. But like we need to link up properly. So Novak, when you're watching this, because they're gonna clip this, when you come back from winning the Australian Open, let's get dinner sometime. I did, bre.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
Come
Like,
on.
I've seen him a couple times in Staples, and I don't ask people for selfies, but I would ask the GOAT for a selfie for sure. Like, he's Novak
Yeah.
Djokovic, so
He's incredible. And
we're a little bit
he's
jealous,
so,
huh? Just a little bit.
He's
Just
so
a
humble.
little bit.
Honestly, the last thing I'll say about this, because I was fanboying, was when I was dealing with the injury with my adductor, he sent me like a 3-minute long voice note.
no
Like
way.
I swear, giving me like pointers and like helping me out with
Wow.
rehab and like suggestions on who to like work with and things like that. And I'm like,
Send him
I'm
a
like, is
bonus.
this
Send him
guy-
a bonus, man. Send the guy a bonus. You guys win anything.
me to hit me to
No,
him
no,
and him to
no,
me.
no, not you. The club. The club, bro. He's not gonna need it, but it's okay.
He's richer than the club, man.
Right?
Wow. Wow, this is
Shout
a
out to
gold
Novak.
story though.
Yeah.
Whew.
This is crazy.
So Novak on the Triple Threat show? Oh,
Yeah, make it happen, bro.
eye emoji.
Listen, anything's possible, man.
Wow.
I'll fly me and DA out for that one for sure.
For
on
sure.
me. On me.
For sure.
Honestly, we might really.
On me.
I genuinely like we make the Final Four. I think he'll do anything. I think he would give like a prerequisite of something like that.
Yeah.
If we make the Final Four, I would.
Don't
yeah,
speak
I
of the
would
dream
do
and
that.
take it away.
It's not a dream; it's a goal, and it's happening.
No, I'm not talking about the Final Four, but I was talking about Nole on triple.
Oh,
but I think
Wow.
I think it's time for the rivals. The rivals
Yes.
deserve their airtime.
Yes.
Sorry, guys, you've been shit this season. It's not our fault. We
Wow.
want to talk about Partizan a lot, but it's been a season where, things have happened, and we don't want to look like a gossipy type of show. But
Right.
with that said, a miraculous, crazy, insane
Unreal.
come from behind 27 down Partizan after getting blown out by 40. Come back to beat the number 1 seed in the EuroLeague. Reaction, team.
Wow. I mean, we were playing the game, but in a halftime, you see like the scores of the other games, and I remember seeing them down big, and obviously you're like, well, Hapoel won again. That was kind of the reaction, and then the lead got bigger, and when I got back to my phone after like coach's breakdown, it was 88-85. And by the time I went onto EuroLeague TV to start watching, Vanya had already hit the 3, and then they got the block and they tried to call. Anyway, huge win. That's the type of win that shows that there's people that still care. That's the type of win that, is just, it's good for the soul. Yeah. We need, and for Red Star, like for our position, anyone that's above us, rooting for them to lose. So
It's crazy
It's
how it
big.
works, huh? It's crazy how business works. It's
It's
crazy
business,
how sometimes This happens with Pananoli all the time. They're looking at the standings and you want your rival to win. It's insane. But may I say, that's unacceptable and embarrassing for Hapoel. Unacceptable.
Oof.
Unacceptable to blow a game like that, a game you're supposed to win. We're out here taking you seriously since day one. Embarrassing. Unacceptable.
Right.
6 players from Partizan in double digits. 6 players in double digits. The fact that they came back, for me, it's insane. And it's even crazier, the fact that we have a Partizan team who's struggling, who has on and off the court problems throughout the year. And I'm not sure if that's a win where I wouldn't say it changes their season or it's a turnaround for their whole year. But still, there's hope at least for, at least fighting for that, 10th spot, even though there's a big difference right now between the first 10 teams and the rest of the teams in the EuroLeague. But beating a Hapoel Tel Aviv team, even though they weren't playing with their best player in Elijah Bryant, and that's something for Hapoel as well. So how are you dealing without having Elijah Bryant in the lineup?
They haven't been playing. They've been playing without their best player since the first week of the season, my guy.
That's true. You mean Vasa?
You know what I mean.
Okay. Their best player has been Elijah Bryant, though.
No. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
On paper, theoretically, I agree with you.
I mean, he's making $5 million, bro.
Yes,
There's a 5 in front of his check.
Six.
6?
And even though, George, I agree with your statement, the fact that it's unacceptable for Hapoel, it's one of those games where you have to give credit more to the team that came back. It's more about Partizan than it is about Hapoel. Because of what's going on in Partizan right now, you got to give credit to the players who came back from down 27 points against the first team in the EuroLeague and didn't give up the game. That's crazy. And that's something that hasn't happened so far this year with Partizan. So that's why, for me, it's something, like one of the highlights of the year for sure.
I accept.
For sure.
But in my defense, I will be the same guy against any team when they're that big of a favorite. And I don't care, home, neutral site, and all that. You're trying to win the league. You're trying to be first. You have Itoudis, you have all these good players. And it's just a choke job. That's it. Plain and simple. Y'all remember Zalgiris at Milan last year?
Yes.
We had TJ on the show next week, and I asked him, hey, what you said right now, how much is it about the team coming back, and how much is it about the team fumbling the win away? And TJ said what you said exactly. It's more about Zalgiris coming back and all that. Just to me, it's unacceptable for that to happen in a 40-minute game when you have the best players, the best team, the best coach. It's just unacceptable in my humble opinion.
Completely agree, guys. Completely agree.
Anything else to add about this?
Bruno Fernando.
Your guy.
Shout out to Bruno. Yeah. The last thing I want to say is, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I think Hapoel had a couple before this game. They had a couple wins that were a little bit unimpressive.
Yeah,
losing in the fourth and then somehow managing it. Asvel and then someone, I forget the other team.
Asvel both games. Timara, both games.
Was
At
it
home,
was it both?
They
Asvel?
came back. It was maybe a month ago. At home they came back, and on the road they came back.
And then on the second, yeah. I've noticed that, and I'm like, okay. I think we got to look at the top 10 right now and just enjoy it for each week that it is, because until the end of the season, from this very moment, it's gonna be going like this, and you're gonna lose one game, and then you would go from second to seventh, and then sixth to first, and it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy like this.
Question for both of you guys: is the top 10 gonna be the same throughout the year? Because now there's a big difference between 10th and 11th place. So is it gonna stay the same? The same 10 teams are gonna make the play-in and playoffs.
No question about it, my guy.
Yeah, I think at this point, yes. But I will say that there's something about Dubai that makes me believe that they're gonna fight at the end and make it close.
Interesting you said that.
If there's a team in the bottom 10 that I think could get to a low playing spot, is Dubai. Because Musa is their $10 million man, and he's back. It'll take some time for him to get right, but I feel like they're gonna go on a streak to end the season.
So you wouldn't put Milan or Virtus or Maccabi in the same group as Dubai?
No, Milan,
No, sir.
Milan, Milan had deflating losses.
Hmm.
That loss to us was deflating, and then they got smoked after that. And then they're good at home. They're still gonna be tough to beat. Dushko is incredible, but I see Dubai just having weapons, and Musa coming back. He's their best player on paper, you know.
This has been a great first year for Dubai in the EuroLeague. Like
The stepping stone.
like I'm here, I'm competitive, yo. I got players, yada yada, and then maybe I can keep some guys, bring some guys. Obviously, this is a different situation than a Serbian team or a Spanish team or a Greek team. That I don't think they don't need to have players from there and all that. So I think it's a great year. I was at that game against Barcelona. A lot of calls went the other way. A lot of calls.
Really?
Yes,
It was
sir.
that bad?
Yes, sir. I was sitting courtside, and a lot of calls went the other way. And in a one possession game, you can complain about officiating.
Yeah.
If the
for
game
sure.
comes down to the end and you didn't lose by 10, you can be like, all right, you know what? Hey,
But still, even 10,
yeah, 10. You know what I mean? That I don't, but this is just Greek. This is Greek thing because we complain about the officiating no matter what. Win, lose, 5,
Yeah.
10, 20. It's always the official's fault. So, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. And it's interesting you said Dubai, but we'll talk about that later.
Let's move into Cory Joseph signing with Olympiacos.
Give us a day off already, guys.
Olympiacos signed, I don't know, like a surprise signing. Nobody expected it. It wasn't reported on any website in Greece. And suddenly they announced that they're signing Cory Joseph to 2027. So that's a deal for a year and a half.
Is it fully guaranteed? It's not a team option.
I'm not sure,
really
but
surprised by this.
Yes.
I think knowing
That there's maybe an option.
it should be a team option, man.
Yeah.
It should be.
The thing is that based on reports, Olympiacos is not satisfied with Frank Delikina. They're not satisfied with the fact that he's not playing all the games, that he's injured a lot. When he's playing, he's not reliable threat offensively for Olympiacos' system, which means that in comparison with Montemorris being hurt, I think that that's the reason why they decided to sign another guard to have him in the rotation, which means that he's going to be like the 11th, 12th guy on the roster. For me, and you guys can take the floor, it's not a signing where it's a game changer. It's a signing where you get a guy to have him as a backup option for your second or third point guard who can give you like 5-10 minutes in the EuroLeague, who can, give minutes off of Thomas Walkup, which is really important considering the fact that he's playing like 32 minutes a game with Montemorris being injured. But it's no game changer for me. I didn't understand it at first. Then I thought of what's going on with Frank Delikina, which means that he's probably going to be his replacement. So I'm okay with it. It's not that it's changing anything in my eyes. Olympiacos remains one of the best teams in the EuroLeague who was 100% going to be in the Final Four in my eyes.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think they're better when Thomas Walkup is their main point guard, clearly. So what is his role going to be? Is he comfortable being? It seems like he'll be comfortable being like a vet guy that, can play 10, 15 minutes, which is good. But their system, no other point guard knows their system better than Thomas Walkup. And he's cool with not taking shots and having 10 assists. Most point guards want to at least shoot, So it's interesting, but I don't know. I hope it works out. I'll rather talk about my brother Dante Hall, who's getting cooked by a lot of fans. And now, anyway, like it's just like, man, like, can he get his flowers when he
No,
like?
he's been we said it on the Greek show, and I constantly said it like since last week and since Tyreek Jones arrived at Olympiacos that he's been super professional, hands down, super professional. And since Tyreek Jones signed with Olympiacos, Donta Hall has taken his game to another level for Olympiacos. So that's 100%. I'm with you on that. 100%.
So you mentioned Greek show. What did I say about Frank Ntilikina and the Greek shows that Olympiacos needs to do with his controller?
To not have
Disable the square button. Disable it.
Yo, come on, man.
What?
Come on, bro.
Disable the
He's a
square
good
button.
guy.
No. I'm not talking. No, first of all, obviously it's a joke. What I said was, if you're not in the paint, disable the square button. Not altogether. I mean, come on now. But as far as Cory Joseph, the only thing I will say, and obviously we're going to say this in many different languages, but he is a system player. He's a smart player.
Yep.
He's a veteran, a champion, a Greg Popovich type of player. If he's not an X player, as in EX, he can be an X factor for Olympiacos.
Ooh,
He's
that was good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was
shooting,
hold on, that was excellent.
Ooh. You're a natural.
Thanks, man.
But first of all, he's their best shooter from the point guard position. I don't like fans are commenting about 40% Monte Morris. Monte Morris is not a shooter. He's a good mid-range.
Is a better shooter.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Monte
Cory
Morris is a
Joseph?
better shooter.
No, it's not
I'm
about
with you.
stats, guys.
I'm with
It's
you.
not. All right. Okay.
Cory Joseph is a shooter?
To me, in my eyes, Cory Joseph is a better pull-up shooter than Monte
Pull-up
Morris.
shooter?
Yes, pull-up
There's
shooter,
no
yes.
way Cory Joseph is a
Whoa.
puller shooter. There's no way. Not even close.
Static
close.
shooter. No, I said pull-up. I meant static as far as,
Getting the ball and then shooting it.
yeah, grab it and shoot it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but as a
And
as
either
a
way,
point guard,
stats. I've watched these guys play for hundreds of games. I know what they do,
too.
and I know what they don't. So
Me too.
the only thing, say again.
Me too.
Yeah. So the only thing I will say about both of those guys is Olympiacos got players with brains that use their brain first
I agree with that.
and their instinct second. I don't know how good they will be. Monte Morris looked good before he went down. These guys are system players. They are not players who rely on scoring, on athleticism, on let me get mine, let me get to the free throw line, let me pull up from mid-range, et cetera, et cetera. So if he's not an X player, then he will be a great piece for Olympiacos moving forward. And as far as shooting, I believe he's their best shooting point guard. And you guys are welcome to disagree with me and put Monte Morris. But having watched Monte and Torrey Craig, because they got those guys from the G League back in the day. Everyone was injured in Denver before Denver was sexy. And they got Torrey Craig and Monte Morris from the G League. And they turned them into great role players in the NBA. That's it.
All right.
What you want to say? You want to cook me for the shooting part? Go ahead.
No. The shooting part, I agree. It's not that he will create his own shot.
He's 30 what years old? He's
34,
not a
34. The other question mark that's going to be interesting to see is how his body is right now and how he is since he last played in the NBA, which was a year ago.
But there's a pattern with the players that came in that they know how to play. They don't command the ball, right?
For both of them, that's true.
Yeah, they don't need the ball to showcase what they're about. Like Monte understands that, hey, if I cut here, I'm going to take this guy with me and create space. Or Cory Joseph is going to read the mismatch. If there's a switch and Milutinov has the ball, he's not going to be like, let me dribble and put a shot up. He's going to be like, mismatch, bloop, dump it in. So I think that's really that says a lot about their signings.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like that.
Pana?
That.
Yes, let's go to Panathinaikos, but because last week, Chima and George, don't forget, we gotta talk about NBA Europe because I think that's gonna be a nice debate thing going on.
We need more information.
No. I want to ask a question for both of you guys. That's why we need to talk about NBA Europe.
You want to do it now?
No, first let's go to Panathinaikos.
All right.
First, let's go to Panathinaikos. They're still struggling 1-1 in the double week. They lost to Maccabi Tel Aviv without having Kendrick Nunn and Seri Osman. The thing for me, and I don't know if you agree, George and Chima, Panathinaikos is a totally different team without Kendrick Nunn. That's
That's what we're talking about, my guy. I mean,
That's what you like. There's no way that's what you wanted to say.
what do you mean?
They're totally different, obviously.
I mean,
yeah.
No. Yeah, they're totally different.
I
Meaning
think, hey guys,
way,
hold on,
way,
George.
way.
yeah.
George, listen to me. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna make a statement that really like no one else would agree with. I think this is gonna be a hot take.
Okay.
I think Real Madrid without Tavares is a totally different team. Like DA, what the hell?
I don't.
What
No, man. Hey.
what do you
You know what? Let's try to help this. Let's try to help this.
My
Chima,
goodness, man.
I was waiting for something good.
we took some heat. We took some heat on social media. In the Greek show, we discussed TJ on the half court.
Okay, talk to me, fill me in.
I went out and said, what I said was basically that Pana's system with TJ in the half court is not working. There's no motion. He came from a team that's a lot of motion. Pana's stagnant on 5-on-5. TJ doesn't make quick reads / decisions because there isn't the chemistry where his teammates know what he wants to do in the half court set. Also, they don't run the 1-3 ghost pick and roll. They have basically the best small forward in the league. Run the 1-3 ghost like you did at Paris and at Madrid with Jetty and TJ. They don't run it enough. So even though TJ, he got minutes with Nunn out after the DNP, he played better. In my eyes, the half court is an issue right now. Even though, defensively, they don't hedge out that much. They play drop a little bit. They switch a little bit. But we spoke about that. So can you tell us from a basketball player's point of view, what do you think about that? And just how do you assess our statement?
I don't see why you were getting heat for that. But yeah, people see things different ways. I just think it's clear. He's a point guard. And I feel like when, there's a lot of times I watched him play and he's not a catch and shoot shooter. And a lot of times, someone else is bringing the ball up or he's bringing the ball up and he's indecisive because his confidence isn't there. At this point, it's like a combination of everything. But yeah, I think he needs to be on a Paris. They just play so fast. They play so fast. They played so fast with him. It was nonstop. It was guys taking I went back and I watched the game where they beat Pana in Pana last season and TJ had like 20, 14, and 9 or whatever. And like some of the shots that the guys were taking were just ridiculous. Like Herrera and Tyson Ward. It was like guys were just playing free and things like that. And whenever it was 5-on-5, that's when they were easier to guard last season. But in this situation where most of their game is 5-on-5, yeah, I completely agree with what you guys are saying.
My question is, so the five can't shoot, right? They're playing under on TJ because he hasn't been shooting threes is not his thing. So they're playing under. The five's not hedging out. Obviously, he's playing low flat because TJ is not the best shooter. The guy in the corner is shooting 28% from 3 on the year. That's Juancho. He's streaky. He can hit some and he can miss them all. So who's is it somebody's fault that the half court set's not working, or what do you do? So this is the situation. It's basketball. It's normal. Under, drop coverage, non-shooter. What needs? So he has to sub him out. There's no Kendrick Nunn, obviously.
Yeah.
Or TJ needs to wave, go to the side and play side pick and roll. So to create a 2-on-2, wave everybody on the other side of the floor. What needs to be done? I'm actually asking. I'm not legit asking.
No, it's great question. Like basketball wise, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. But yeah, it's simple. I think because I feel like for us, we're not the best 5-on-5 team. I feel like we have issues 5-on-5 wise. So a lot of times, we scored 100 in the last 3 games, but I still feel like 5-on-5 wise, we can be way, way better in the half court sets and things like that. But there's certain movements there's certain like fast break things or getting stops that lead to buckets, and it gives you more momentum. And I just think it's few and far between on that side. But it's like a confidence thing and everything as well. It's a combination of everything now at this point.
For me, it's adapting to TJ's game when he's playing on the court, which means running. And they haven't done that
You need a rebound.
since
Didn't we say
the
this?
start of the
You
season.
need a
They haven't
rebound
done
to
it.
run.
When you rebound, you got to run, and they're not doing that.
They're not rebounding.
Like, have Kendrick Nunn next to TJ, next to Cherry Osman, next to Rogavopoulos, next to Juancho, whatever the case is. Have players who can shoot, run in transition after you get the rebound, and play through TJ's hands. So you don't get the ball to TJ when he's playing on the half-court set, and you wait, I don't know, in the corner for him to shoot threes. That's not his thing. He can't do that, obviously, but you need to adjust to his game. Like, I get the fact that TJ has to also adjust to Panathinaikos' game, but at the same time, since that's not working, you got to try something else.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's just, for the sake of the argument, that Pana's playing a play-in game right now. And you have TJ running the show. Lasor's not back yet because the game's right now. Don't you got to play Juancho at the 5? Or Mitoglu. Obviously, Mitoglu was unavailable for this game. And take
Right.
away the defensive efficiencies. We're talking about the half court. We're trying to correct that. Don't you got to play Juancho or Dinos at the 5? So at least they got to respect the 5-man in his three-point shot in order to create a middle lane to give TJ that mid-range, right? Like, I'm trying to think of ways.
You just gotta pick. You gotta pick what you want to like focus on because, his connection with the center, like the lobs. I've seen a couple games where his connection with Rashawn Holmes and with Fareed has been incredible. Reading the pick and rolls because last season too they were going under on him. It's not like it just started happening, but when you combine everything else, it makes it different. But I do like that solution of Juancho and Dinos together, 4 and 5. That's more fluid. And
It
then you
helps
just got to
TJ,
trust guys to,
right?
yeah, it does. And
You
like I
got to
didn't
play.
know
Who's going to play
Juancho should
defense, though? I mean, there's a who's going to play defense?
That's I mean, yeah. Listen,
Pray to God
I didn't
for a
know.
miss, yeah?
I didn't know Juancho was shooting 28%, but I feel like it's still a difference between a guy that because especially as a coach, when you're prepping for guys. Juancho has a reputation for being a shooter. So the coach preparing for the game will still be like, okay, maybe he's not shooting well, but he's capable. So we still got to guard him. If he ends up missing, that's one thing. But, you're not going to just say, all right, Juancho, just shoot. I think there was one game I saw that happen, but that's not happening the whole time. So
Well, he's playing 67 minutes a game, so it's not going to be easy for him to knock down his open looks.
He's shooting 31.5%, by the way, for what it's worth, George.
I was close.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
Close
not
enough,
bad.
yeah?
So let's move into the NBA Europe segment because
Oh, I thought we were going to go into the Cooksville segment, but it's fine.
no, that's later. NBA Europe is coming. It's officially, quote unquote, here, which means that we're not exactly sure which teams are going to be playing for NBA Europe.
Are they exactly sure?
They're not exactly sure. So we
That's
got
what's
some
weird about it.
reports. We got some reports saying that Real Madrid is thinking of going to the NBA Europe, and then we got some other reports that are saying, together with Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Fener, are going to sign 10-year contracts with the EuroLeague. My question, though, is totally different to which teams are going to be playing for NBA Europe, and it's about the players. Hear me out. Last week, I had a poll on my Instagram which said that if NBA Europe comes and says to a EuroLeague player, a EuroLeague star, or a EuroLeague role player that's getting, I don't know, 1 million per year, come over to Manchester, BC, whatever,
Manchester?
or London,
BC.
or Berlin, or Paris, or Milan.
The lads go marching on?
Yes. And get 2 million, 100% raise. what is that player going to do? Because in my
Not
eyes,
going to Manchester. I already
in
know.
my eyes,
Want
Chima,
that rain?
what's going to happen with NBA Europe, besides without having, let's say, EuroLeague teams joining, is that if NBA Europe comes with and asking players of the EuroLeague to come over to NBA Europe getting paid, it's going to be chaotic for the rest 2 to 3 years, which means that the EuroLeague is going to be divided. Like the players in Europe are going to be half playing for NBA Europe teams, and the other half of the players are going to be playing for the EuroLeague teams, which means that it's going to be chaotic until the two sides, NBA and the EuroLeague, find a solution. So that for me is even more key and even more interesting in regards to what happens with the EuroLeague teams who are not signing the contracts with the EuroLeague and waiting for the NBA.
I mean, yeah, that's yeah, they need to work together, man. Like
Yeah.
the best case scenario is them working together. Simple as that, guys. For you to, for people to not expect certain players to get take a raise when someone's offering them, it's just like that's just not realistic. Everyone has different goals and, you know, maybe someone is from France, wants to play in France or whatever, but most athletes are, you know, it matters what you're getting paid. Like college basketball is not the same because of money. Like everything changes. These kids that are getting 3,000 a month in a European team are going overseas to America because a team said we're gonna give you 800K after tax. Like it's unreal, so if NBA Europe comes and it's if NBA Europe comes and it's players, it's teams that are like Besiktas or Galatasaray and Vilnius, but they're saying we're putting X amount, like so much money into these teams that they can offer double the amount of player
But
salaries, and
but no,
a
but
lot of people are gonna go.
Adam Silver said that the investors will be like, you guys need to figure it out on your own in the beginning. Is that what he said in the press conference? He meant
Listen,
like,
I don't.
first of all, sorry. Let me say something here. So Barcelona re-signed, right? They're back. Good. Thank you. The penalty is 10 million, right?
Right.
So they signed a 10-year contract, and then the penalty if they're out is 10 million.
No, it's not 10 million. No.
What do you mean?
It's 10 million, but there's an asterisk. Like if you
withdraw from the EuroLeague, it's 10 million, right?
No. That's not it.
That's what I remember. That's what I remember reading.
No, that's not true.
What is it, DA? Enlighten
I
us.
don't remember exactly what it is, but I remember that after, like, if you leave now, it's different than if you leave in 5 years. Like the penalty.
Could it be more than 10 million?
there's-
Could it be
yes.
more than 10 million?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Yes.
But the thing is, so I'm just thinking from a club's perspective, because let's say I'm Fener, or I'm sorry, I can't say you guys
Real
don't
Madrid.
have a contract. Get them TV right contracts, both of them.
Right.
Thank you. Please. I can't
Right.
say you guys, right? So let's say I'm Fener, Oli, Pana, whatever. If the penalty's 10 million and NBA Europe is going to happen and they're going to come in with hundreds of millions, I'm signing. Why would I risk?
But the issue is not the clubs, George. That's what
But the clubs make the league, Agapi.
No.
The
I disagree.
clubs make the league.
I disagree. If half the
If
players,
Madrid goes-
if half the players are
If
gonna
Madrid
leave,
goes,
wait.
Madrid goes, others will follow.
No, I disagree. If
No.
half the players, George, if half the EuroLeague players sign with NBA Europe, whatever team is in NBA Europe, because they're throwing money like it's nothing, then the product of EuroLeague and NBA Europe for the next 2-3 years before they come to a solution, both sides, is going to be ruined. No one is going to be
be
watching
watered down.
the EuroLeague or the NBA Europe,
But-
because we're going to
but-
have on one side the best, players in NBA Europe. Half the players are going to be there, and
So
half the
Man
players are going to
City
be playing.
creates a team.
Yes,
Man
and
City
they're
has
throwing money, we're going there.
So Man City has Chima Moneke, Bruno Fernando. Nobody's gonna go watch that game. Sorry.
Why?
Sorry. Who's gonna Man City? Man City?
Because they're gonna have the best players there.
So they're gonna have so in the arena that they will build, they're gonna have 10,000 fans. How many people are gonna go watch the game? They don't care about basketball, man. They don't
agree.
care about basketball.
I agree, but
they can create awareness.
That's what they
takes
will
time.
try to do.
But
yes.
Zvezda is gonna have a full arena. Partizan is gonna have a full arena, no matter who's playing. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the NBA doesn't care about that, bro.
What do you mean they don't? What do you
NBA,
mean?
our NBA, what does the NBA game look? What does the NBA regular season game look like?
Like a social event.
Yeah, but
Bullshit,
they're
man.
still half full. Come on, man. They're still.
What do you
Come
mean?
on, the Lakers.
Bro,
I'm not
no,
going to bring the Lakers into the conversation. Let's just say.
Bro, no. Just let me cook. Because I heard a lot. I think it was Houston. I saw like their game, and I'm talking about in the second quarter, and I'm thinking to myself, this is an NBA game? Embarrassing. It's like 60% full, and they're gonna say, "Oh, there's 18,000 people." No, there was not. Maybe 18,000. Maybe someone said they were gonna go, and I don't know, whatever. But Miami is the same way. A lot of teams are like that. LA, both LA teams are like that. But not even the amount of people.
LA Lakers 60%? No.
When the EuroLeague game starts, it's 80 or 90% full. An hour before the game, it's full. Like people are there warming up. People are walking into their seats halfway through the first quarter, or dead ball timeout. Second quarter is like, all right, now that's when it's like, okay, people are there. And then even at halftime, they're not rushing to get back to their seats because they need to get a hot dog but even forget that. Guys are there for kiss cam and like dancing. You're not going there because you're gonna die if your team loses this game. They're going there because they saved up $200, $300 to go to this game. So let me enjoy the game. I've never seen LeBron play in person. Cool. I'm working all the time. So like the NBA, I don't think the NBA's focus is like we need to create diehard fans. Plus, like London Lions, like they were in the Euro Cup and they had some games where people went. They're gonna oversaturate like the promotion in each city. However they're gonna do it, it's gonna be on Instagram, it's gonna be on billboards, they're gonna overpay and overspend money. Like Dubai Basketball Club started last year, but this is their first year in the EuroLeague. If every team had an environment like Dubai Basketball Club in the NBA in NBA Europe, I think they'll be fine with that. Because they're just gonna and think about this. The other thing you guys aren't thinking about. Think about this. Guys, NBA guys like Cory Joseph, like Monte Morris, like Ben Simmons, guys, there's still so many guys that didn't sign with an NBA team this year. Don't you think they're going to come to NBA Europe?
I agree with that.
Play in Manchester City?
I agree with that. But you said London, but London is a multicultural metropolitan Europe city that can have fans and will have fans because there's just people from all around the world living there. Man U. Like I'm a diehard Man U fan. So I'm guessing that if we had a basketball team, I would probably, but to create, the willingness, like it's gonna take 10 to 15 years, right?
I agree with that.
To create the culture, like so Spanoulis and Dokubo when we won the bronze medal, and they were talking about our biggest success is that people watched us, and now we're creating young basketball players, players that like kids want to play because of what they saw unfold in Latvia. So I'm gonna go to a game. I'm a fan. I love Man U. I'll go watch them play handball. I understand it. So I'm gonna go to a basketball game and watch Man U, and I don't understand the rules or why is coach.
But why do you think people don't understand the rules? People know basketball though. Like I know the rules of cricket. I know the rules of volleyball. If I lived in a town that they said, "Oh, this is the best volleyball player," I'm gonna probably go watch. Like I think it's like we downplay yes, it's like there's no culture, but people will be interested just in the same way that, people know what basketball is. Oh, there's a basketball team here. Oh, I saw that on the commercial. Oh, I saw that on the train. I saw that billboard. Oh, let me go check it out. I've seen basketball. That's what they're gonna do. And they have to overspend. They're not gonna make money
Just
that
like any
like that.
business, Jimmo. But I
To
think
start.
they
So
need a
like
they
you're
need a
looking at
splash.
it,
They need splash signings. They need to start.
they will bring older guys. I'm telling you,
No,
like
I'm saying
that's like
as in teams. I'm talking about in terms of teams. You need splash signings
I don't think
because
so.
Madrid,
And
with all due respect to Madrid, because I've been to that arena 10 times. It's not. I mean, playoffs, Barcelona. That's kind of a hectic atmosphere. Madrid, it's not that crazy. It's not like they boo a lot, and then the Final Four in Berlin, they had like 250 fans. So, and this is the biggest club in the world, like, period, right? Real Madrid. I just don't see like they need like the Serbian teams right now. I don't know anything. I'm just an example. Serbian teams, they don't have the contract. So if the NBA comes like, oh, Crvena Zvezda and Partizan, and you just take them. That's a start. Like, forget players, arenas, teams.
Yeah.
Like, you need to start. Like, I started the channel, and I already signed DA. Signed on the dotted line before I started the channel. You need to make splash signings to start.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. So far,
Oh, I give this guy a compliment, and it just goes like that. It's all
tell Chima what
I think
No. He
Yeah,
gave me
yeah.
props. He gave me props in Greek.
tell Chima what I said to you in the Greek show like a week ago.
He said. He gave me all the props. It's true. It's just people are messaging us like, oh, we don't watch the Greek shows, or people like, oh, we don't watch
that
this.
is also that is also a thing because somebody
agree with Chima.
close to me.
I
Somebody
agree.
close to me said, "Yo, stop saying that I said this on the Greek show. Just say it again."
They
here,
told me to.
because
Chima.
I don't watch
It's the
the
same
Greek show.
people texting us.
Yes.
And they are gonna watch this and say, "See, see, see."
Yes,
They-
I
they're
told
right,
you
they're
so.
They're right.
I did it, got me so.
All right, is that it, D?
Yes, that's it.
All right.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. Let's move into the MVP ladder because you guys were shitting each other before.
I'm out.
Wait, that's a Chima thing, George. That's a Chima thing.
Yo, you better get back here and sit your ass down.
Hey man, what are you doing?
What's the problem?
The problem is Mike James was number 1 on your list last week.
Number one?
He was number 1. He was number 1 on your list, and he went 0-2. You cooked him. This is the only thing that you can throw at me. That, hey, I was there because you were there. I'm just sitting here on my couch eating popcorn. And from 1, he's out of your 5.
After
Like,
two games?
How does that happen? How does he go from 1 to nowhere? And to be fair, it's different from my point of view than yours because you went there and you beat him, and he's your guy too, and he's your friend.
That's my guy.
So I can understand it, but as far as that,
No, that's
you cooked my
ridiculous.
guy for doing the same from 1 out. Didn't you do it once this season? Somebody did it.
I never did.
He was
that.
number
He
1,
did,
and then he was
he-
out.
Yeah,
No.
you did.
No,
yeah.
or no,
But
I think you brought somebody.
No.
from not being-
What he did was the last time Mike James and then went 0-2 in the double week, you kept him at number 1. I remember.
Yeah,
someone did
because
that.
I think
Chima, what I'm saying every single week, the MVP is for throughout the year. You can't erase
so then
guys
we
after
should've-
2 bad games.
I
You
think-
can't change
think-
everything after 1 game. That's why Wade Baldwin is still in the top 3. I don't know where Wade Baldwin.
That's
Hold on.
man. He didn't play this week, and you promoted him. I don't know.
I
who's
never
been-
promoted him. Bro,
You had
stop
him
the
3?
fake news. The fake news, stop it, okay?
Do you have him number 3?
Yes.
For not
Never
playing?
promoted him. Never promoted him. Bro.
Listen,
Chill.
listen. First of all,
Y'all don't
you
understand.
can't
So I'm.
say-
Y'all don't understand the assignment, man.
I'm a cook George first because
Yeah.
Mike has been playing like Monaco was winning games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mike wasn't like dominating though, so it was like okay, you keep him there because of, they're winning. You're not gonna punish someone he was playing well when they were losing. Like the last time they lost 2 in a row was in Belgrade, to us and to Partizan, and he was playing really really well. And you guys kept him up there. And then they went on a streak and he was playing fine. Mike James standards, he was playing fine. So I was like, all right, he's still going to be there. And then now they went 0-2 and then he didn't play well. That matters.
Yeah, but
Both
Chima,
of us had him number 1. I demoted him all the way to number 5. I didn't take him off though. Like,
So you acted like you didn't
No.
demote him crazy.
I did,
I
but he's
demoted him
still
to
on the
number
5. Like,
6.
there needs to be
That's
some
true
respect.
now. That's
Like,
true
what are you
now.
There needs to be
talking
some
about, bro?
respect to the 5 that we
That's true.
present here every week from now
what do
on,
you
guys.
mean? No, what do you mean? You demoted him from number 1 to number 5. and
Yes,
you're talking
because
as
they
if you
went
demoted
0
him
and
from number
2.
1.
Yes, because they went 0
So
and
I
2.
demoted him from number 1 to number 6 because they went 0 and 2. And
That's
he played really bad.
that's Chima has a point on that one.
Like, what do you-
I wasn't
like-
sure that you had him number 1 last week, so that's a point for
like,
sure.
He's still here. Like, all right, guys. You,
Yo, bro.
you guys know who John Ashburner is? The guy, the old dude that did the MVP ladder. You don't go to NBA.com enough to understand the segment, or you didn't.
I thought his name was it Steve?
Steve
I remember-
Ashburner. Yeah, you're right.
It was
You're right. Steve
I'm gonna do
Ashburner.
this, bro.
Like,
Listen,
you guys
either way,
don't
the point
understand.
is-
Like, I don't get
First
it.
of all, DA, you said, "Oh, it's about the whole season," and you
Yes.
finally put Francisco back, and he's been having a great season. So, like,
Yeah.
you
This guy had
are
Kendrick Nunn.
being a
Hey, man, he
hypocrite.
had Kendrick
Yes.
Nunn last week. He
Yes.
wasn't even playing.
course, of
Pana
course.
was shit.
Of
They
course.
lost to Milan or whoever.
Talking
They
about
lost
the
to
whole
Bayern.
season.
Of
Last
course,
week,
of course,
Bro,
throughout the
what are
year.
you
Last week
talking
you had
about?
Kendrick Nunn when
number 5.
Kendrick Nunn when he's playing, he's the best guard in the league. What do you mean?
He's the best player in the league. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you
should-
mean?
Yeah.
When he-
So,
Who's
Bro.
Wait, what do you? Has Kendrick Nunn been a better? Has Kendrick Nunn had a better season than Francisco this year?
Yes. Yes. The problem you guys have with that is that you're watching what they're getting paid, and for some reason you're saying expectations. That's not even a
Expectations
debate in the no, they do not. They do not.
No.
They do not matter on the
No.
MVP ladder.
Take genuinely, like, DA. If you did a poll and you like put blind ranking, blah blah blah, and you
Yes.
put, Kendrick Nunn's stats with Francisco, I think most people would pick Francisco. Like, take out the Greek, take out the name, take out the EuroLeague title.
Mhm.
Francisco's just been better this season. Francisco's been better than Wade Baldwin this season. You have him ahead, so you can't say oh it's about the whole season.
my guy,
when
you took
Francisco's been-
Francisco off your 5 last week, my guy.
Baldwin is
This
number 3rd.
is a Spider-Man. Like, everybody's got beef with everyone.
No,
you
but
took him out of your 5 last
the
week.
reasons I'm giving, you can't call me a hypocrite. I will back up what I'm saying. Like, I've called this Francisco thing out before. They've kept
You
winning.
said
They have the
it
same
last year,
record as
episode
them.
1. Episode 1 last year, you said
Simple.
episode 1 last year, you said he's going to be breakout player of the year. I just don't understand. Like, since we're in round 24, I'm trying to treat this more professionally. But if we're just going to do whatever, comes to our head, then I
More
can do
professionally, and then change Mike James from number 1 to number 5 after a bad week when you're thrashing Chima for doing the same thing.
He's
Okay,
out of
that's professional.
Man,
Okay.
okay. Do you want to do 6 starting next week?
No.
We have 5.
No,
No.
but
What do you mean?
We have
You
5.
demoted him crazy.
Yes.
too.
We have
That's
five.
the
Yes.
point.
I
We
agree.
have
I
5.
agree.
Yes.
You-
He's still on.
you walked-
First, he's still here.
No. At first, you got a point for what Chima did, but you did the same thing.
Do you want to do
Yes,
6?
I agree.
Is he
No.
still here?
He's
No.
still here.
Okay.
5.
Doesn't
5
matter if
plays.
he's
Yes.
Anyway.
if so you said going into the week they lost the game that they were supposed to win against us, right?
They went 0 and 2.
didn't-
They went 0 and 2.
And the way they lost the game,
And they
lost
got
the game they were
destroyed.
supposed
They
to win.
choked. And
Guys,
Well, then,
guys,
yeah.
you are agreeing with each other because one of you
I
guys
never-
has
I never
number
disagreed
5, and
with
then
him. Like, that's-
Chima has him at 6.
Yeah.
So
no, there is
The
no
fact
6.
that you
No, there
walked-
is no 6. There's 5. There's
in your
5
mind,
spots.
there is.
There's no mind. No.
Yeah.
There's no mind. You want to put 6 guys? You want to treat the segment with
we've-
respect or no?
We've said it before, like on previous MVP ladders, where if I had a 6th guy, it would be him. So why can't we say it now?
Only
agree.
DA.
The point is-
DA is the only guy. DA is the only guy that's spoke about my 6'7". He's like, yeah, when we said where's that guy, he's be like my 6'7". Me and you would never talk about a 6'7". See what I did there?
Guys, I need you in the comments to vote
We're not-
who
we're not-
has
first
the
of all,
best MVP ladder.
We're not done because you need to get.
We are
number two.
done. No, we are done.
The guy did not play.
Who?
Wade. He didn't
Yes,
play.
and
this
that's
double.
only 2 games. He's
Yeah.
still
He
the
played,
best.
He played the
played the,
second game.
Friday game.
Oh yeah, you're right. He played the second game. So I agree more with THT at 5 than
Wade has been their best
Wade.
player this year.
Yeah. And Francisco's too low. But we all have
Ridiculous points from both of you. Anyway.
Are we gonna do this the right way or just whatever? 'Cause-
Bro, what does
So you
that
want to
even
do it
mean?
the right way? The right way is the boring way that you were complaining about
No,
last week.
no,
I don't even
so-
want to do the MVP ladder. It's the same
I'm
names
just
every time.
like we need to.
That's what
So
you
we
said,
need to
now
have
you're saying-
let's have respect. Like let's have respect to what we're doing. And like we brought in Kevin Punter, right? So I have him at 4. What am I gonna do if they win a game? I'm just gonna have him 1. All like I don't get it. And then
context, Sasha has been cooking for a long time.
okay,
And now like it's like, okay, when you say, well, this team's ahead of this team, you can't really do that as much because everyone is so close. So yes, now certain wins matter more.
Yeah.
1,000%. You can't say, oh, well, they're in 10th place. Well, 10th, 8th, and 9th have the same record. And then from 7th to whatever it is, it's 1 game.
so
and then the
Sasha's
top 2
last
teams
few
have-
games: 19, 28, 25, 25, 24, 24 against Pana. I mean, that's a legitimate reason to promote somebody. So that's why we all agree on number 1, Vezenkov.
Yep.
It's just like some things make sense,
Yeah.
and some things
So-
don't.
So go ahead, guys, and vote who's the best. Who has the best list on the MVP ladder?
Chima, I can't believe that you allowed this to happen. Instead of cooking this guy for what he's been doing the
No.
whole year, like me and you got beef.
No,
now.
the fact that you did the Chim walk off and you demoted him to number 5.
yes,
and
but
acted
he's
like
still
I made him-
here. But he's still here, my guy.
I'm gonna walk away now. Bro, you
Yo,
talked about this
DA.
like 10 minutes
Yeah.
now. Whoa.
George is funny. George is gonna be like, you killed the guy, and that's murder. Mine was only manslaughter. Like that's the type of argument. Bro, like, you demoted him to number 5. Bro, mine wasn't premeditated.
so
it was
it's-
only manslaughter.
So here's
Come
what's
on,
funny.
dude.
If let's say we did top 5 celebrities, like our top 5 female celebrities,
Okay.
it would be the same thing. It's like if I had Megan Fox number 1 and then number 5, at least I still have her in my 5. What you did is you took Megan Fox and you threw her out of the window. Let's go.
We're ranking them based on looks every week. Come on, man. That's the worst analogy I've heard.
I'm just saying if it was top 5 celebs, and you had one number 1
Guys,
1 week, and then the next week she's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
And if in
like,
that
boom.
week, she got arrested for a DUI, I'm demoting her ass out of the top 5.
get her out of here.
let's go to
Your
the
ass outta here.
upset of the week, Chima, because you went ahead and had to.
All right. Okay, so now I'm actually walking off.
No, wait.
Wait.
Hey, let us defend ourselves.
6-12 record for Chima. No, 5-12. Sorry, 6-11 for George. 4-13 for me.
I do it for
5
Chima-
bombs. 5 bombs.
Yeah,
5
2-0.
bombs.
2-0 in the double week, Chima.
So Chim had
I mean-
Zvezda against Monaco, insane, right? He called
Yeah.
that.
And then Zalgiris against Milan.
That's acceptable. I just want
And
credit.
I was upset by that one. I was
want credit
upset. Watching
for-
that, I was like, I hope
Wait,
I'm
when-
wrong this week.
Partizan Bayern, right? That was right now. Can I get some respect for a team that lost by 40 points for Bayern to beat Pana? And you know how. And then I took Partizan. Nobody wanted Partizan. Nobody wanted any business with them.
We are picking Dubai to upset Red Star. That's the story of this week's upset of the week, Chima. Both me and George. Letdown spot for Red Star in our eyes.
Let down.
The Apprentice, Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Apprentice.
Let down.
And Maccabi Tel Aviv to upset Valencia is your
Qui-Gon
pick.
here. My Qui-Gon. The
Let down.
Apprentice.
Let down.
The
Yeah.
Apprentice.
First time this year we're picking against Red Star. I need it to be noted.
This is a.
But
this is a situation.
they're still supporting us. Don't worry, they're
Yes.
still supporting us.
So if
They
we
want you
lose
guys
the
to
upset of the
win.
week, we're not going to be happy, right? We're going to be pissed because we lost the upset. We're not going to be happy for our
When-
friend.
Chima.
Is that what you're saying?
When we win the game,
Uh huh.
I don't want to receive no come. Let's go. big winning streak.
Chima acting again. You know who he's acting like?
No,
Chima acting
no.
like an ex-girlfriend again. Oh
Team,
shit.
team.
No.
So we're not
It's
gonna.
like-
So we're not gonna be happy, right? So we're not gonna. So Arsenal is playing Man U now. So if I place a wager on Arsenal and Man U wins, I'm not gonna be happy.
If
I'm gonna
you're-
be.
if
I'm
you're-
gonna be
if-
happier for. I'm gonna be sad about my $100 if my team win. Like
But why would you ever bet against the team you're
because you
supporting?
win either way.
How does that make?
Because you win either you win money
No,
or your team wins. Like,
no, I don't believe in that. If I'm supporting the team and they're underdogs, I'm riding with my team.
Let's
If I
go.
say I don't expect you guys to win, and then you
team,
guys
this
win,
is
I
wait,
don't wanna
my
hear
guy.
that.
This is you guys are 6.5
go.
point favorites at home. What's your record at home? You're like
8-3, I think.
you're 8-3. We're taking the newcomer, the newbies, Dubai BC, to come in and
Right.
upset you guys. 6.5 points. You guys are sitting a little
Okay.
fat and sassy after that 2-0 week. You got a game on Monday. You guys got to get up for this one. You guys got to get up for this one.
Fair.
It's a ballsy
Listen,
pick.
You can
Ballsy pick.
You can pick who. I'm saying you can pick whoever you want. I'm just saying, don't say, "Oh, we were supporting you" after you picked us to lose.
I'm gonna
That's all I'm
text
saying.
Filip Petrusev after the game. Thank you. I won upset of the week. Now I can, I posted all over my social media, and me and Da are gonna have a celebration dinner if we win. Like, we want you guys to win. I want you to be. You're my friend. I want you to be happy.
Then believe in us. The weeks that you don't pick us to win,
No. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna start. It's gonna be at.
you
He's
doubted it.
really no. He's really close to having me not supporting him. He's really close.
No, that day don't mean that.
wow. No, DA, please, no. You've already not been supporting us, man.
Okay. Biggest
what's
supporter.
funny? Let's just say, for example, if we actually win upset of the week, we're gonna be here like, oh man, damn. Like we're not even gonna be happy
Why would you? Then why
Because
would you
we
pick that
because-
upset?
because I like it from a betting angle. I like it. You guys are a little fat and
Bro,
sassy now.
Be
2-0.
proud of your picks. Be proud of your pick. If you guys win upset of the week next week, don't come in and be like, oh man, Dubai.
What happened to
won."
Valencia, the best team in the league that they're gonna be tough to beat? You picking against them?
Yeah, because I go for bombs. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And if the bomb I
Nine,
pick,
Bomb,
I'm not
5.5.
Nine-
5.5.
Next week,
That's a
DA,
bomb.
next week, let's start with who's gonna be 9-10 because I already got mine.
Who's gonna be 9-10?
Yeah, who's gonna be 9-10? We all agreed that the 10. We agreed, right? 10
yes.
are locked in, right?
Yes, the
10 are
first
locked
10
in.
of the standard.
Who's gonna be 9-10?
Okay.
It's towards
Who's
the
gonna
end
be
of the
9 and 10?
alphabet. It's
Okay.
towards the end of the alphabet.
Okay.
Is it at the end or is it towards
Oh,
the end?
shit.
One of them is
Okay.
one of them is the last letter. Yeah.
That was a packed episode. That was a packed episode.
Sorry if I overdid it. I want this
No,
segment
with the
to be-
Mike James thing, you both
Serious.
did it. Yeah.
I didn't
Like-
walk off on that. What do you- All right,
Like and
that's it.
subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see next and who you agree with most because they got some beef going on, and I didn't like it, but it's okay.
So GBL, one team gets relegated. So if you're the last team that doesn't get relegated, you're still in GBL, right? Greek Basketball League? Yes or no?
Oh shit, he's trying an analogy again. Like and subscribe,
worst
and we'll see
analogies
you.
of the year.
Yeah,
we'll see
yeah,
you
the worst.
next
My goodness.
week. Peace.
Goodbye.